is another important data structure, which is dictionaries. So if you were to compare dictionary, so dictionary has is a data structure which is specific to Python. You may not be able to find it in any other languages. And if I were to talk about dictionaries in a real world, so how would you go through the dictionary? You search for the specific key or the word that you're looking for, and every word or every key that you're looking for has an associated definition, right? Same as the scenario here. Dictionary is a Python container which contains the values, which contains the data in a key and its associated value. So it contains the associative relationship. We simply call it key value pairs. So you look just like in a dictionary, you look for a word and grab the definition associated to it. Similarly, you look for a key and grab the value against it. So you can arrange. So previously, what you were doing is arranging data in a list. For example, data of a student, let's say a student ID, name, email address, all of them as a nested list. So that nested list corresponds to the 0th element may correspond to Hersey, the first element may correspond to John, and so on and so forth. In dictionary, you can actually associate the data specifically to the key. Like instead of saying that the first data, the first data belongs to Hersey, I would rather say that Hersey and its corresponding data is present as a value. So the key is a term that can be located in a dictionary and its associated value can be accessed. Key can be any immutable data type. It could be a number, a string, tuples, etc. Values can be any type. It could be an integer value, it could be a string, it could be a list, it could be another dictionary. Okay? So the syntax is we can create a dictionary with the help of again curly braces. So here is you need to identify a difference between dictionary and a set. Okay, so while looking at a set, how do you distinguish between list and a dictionary? Set. So list is an set of elements enclosed in square brackets, right? Set is a set of elements enclosed in curly braces. Dictionary is also a set of elements enclosed in curly braces. The difference between dictionary and a set is that set has only single comma separated values. Here in dictionary, we have a pair of key and its associated value separated by a colon in between. Okay, so by looking at a dictionary and a set, you can clearly distinguish which one is set and which one is dictionary. So for example, we pull up the whiteboard. Yeah, so if I say set equals 1 or 2, 3, 4, and if I say again 1 colon 10, 2 colon let's say whatever 100, 5 colon say 98, and so on. So although I have named both of them set, but which one is set you can clearly distinguish. So this one is set because it contains single comma separated values. This one, by looking at it, I can identify this is a dictionary because each element is a key value pair with a colon in between. This first element is always a key and the second one is always a value. So this is always key and this is always the second one after colon is always a value associated to that key. Okay. All right. So again, from MCQ's perspective, if I say that, let's say instead of having this, I have this element. So first of all, Is it a set? It's a no, why? 2 is repeated. Set is always containing elements which always contain elements which are unique. Okay, it cannot be repeated elements. So again, it's a small thing that we are discussing. By looking at the set, you can identify whether it's a valid set or not. Okay. Okay, so let's go back. So for example, you would like to hold the currencies of different countries. So the first key is USA and its associated currency is dollar. Similarly, the second one is Germany and its associated value is euro, and then so on and so forth. South Korea, Korean won, and so on. Okay, so again we can have a key as a string, as a what is it called? The integer value, and then we can also have a value of any type. It could be a string, it could be a list, it could be a nested dictionary, another dictionary. Okay, so dictionary is again a very common data structure which is widely used in your programs. So again, dictionary, you need to practice a lot with dictionaries as well as with a list. Okay. Data manipulation. So dictionary entries cannot be accessed by indexing again. So you can access elements in list with the help of index. Okay. In dictionary, again the elements are arranged in memory in a random at the random places. So you cannot access elements by their indexes. In order to access any element, you need to specify its key and its value, associated value will be retrieved. Okay, and the key is specified in brackets. So for example, here we have the same example, currencies containing different countries and their associated currencies. And in order to retrieve the currency associated with USA, you can just write the key within the square brackets and it will return its associated value. Okay. If no entry with the matching key exists, you'll get a key error, as same as you got in sets. Okay. So let's take another example here. So prices, apples. The price of apple is 1.99, orange is 1.49, and the price of apple is, you see, you are actually specifying the prices and specifying the key within that dictionary named prices, and it will retrieve the value of associated with apples. Similarly, price lemons, it will retrieve the value associated with lemons. So here you see that I have used curly braces within the print statement. So whenever I need to use the value directly without like a first writing a statement and then comma, I can use the F string. Okay, so it has nothing to do with dictionaries. So what will happen when you run this program? The price of apples is 1.99 and lemons does not exist in this price dictionary, so it will throw off an error that the lemon does not exist. Okay, I'll give a demo shortly, but first of all let's proceed ahead with certain things. Yeah, so dictionary is mutable. We can add the element in a dictionary, we can remove the elements from a dictionary, we can change the values of a dictionary key. Okay, we can also delete them. So adding or modifying a new dictionary entry is added by using brackets to specify the key. So for example, again the example, the same currency dictionary, what we are trying to do here is adding a new key value pair. So how do you define a key value pair? You access the dictionary first, specify the new key in the square brackets, and then associate its value with the help of equal sign, and it will add a new key value pair and the currencies. So what would happen if I would write USA here? If I would write USA equals QAR, or let's say USD. Instead of writing dollar, be more specific, write US dollar, USD. What would happen? It would throw off an error because what? Because USA is already there. Okay. So it actually, if some key is already there, it overwrites the previously written value. Okay. So it's a way of modifying the existing key, modifying the value associated to a specific key. Okay. So this is an example. The currency is USA equal USD. So it will look for the USA. If it already exists in the dictionary, it will overwrite the previous value. Okay. If it does not exist, it will create a new value. Okay. Just like in this case, currencies Qatar and QAR. So dictionary is also mutable, so entries can be added and modified and delete. So we can use a delete keyword. So here, for example, in the same currencies dictionary, and we can delete the keyword key and its associated value only by specifying the key. We do not need to specify its value. As same as we, in order to access any element, we specify the key. Okay. So if you want to add a new element, you can specify key and its associated value. If you have to read the element, you can again specify the key. If you have to delete the element, again you have to specify the key. Say different keys may have same values, but there always the keys will be unique. Okay. So let's do this knowledge test, or maybe let me do a demo.